Welcome everyone to the Secrets of Rapid Manifestation. And what we're going to be doing today is really breaking down what are the 5 key areas that stop people from manifesting. And we'll also be a lot of today, we will be talking about life vision mentoring, which is the major way, I believe, for people to actually really move forward in a really quick way. But my intent is at the end of this hour that you would clear some blocks really associated with moving forward in your life. So I'm really excited about that. What you're going to be learning today is a number of things, and I've really looked at exactly what we want to get done. And there are 3 key components I want to achieve today. One is how to align your vision with your actions, so that you are consistently and almost magically realizing your heart's desires. I believe everyone really wants to live the life that they actually came to this planet to do. And that's really what I'm after in this process today. The second thing is about what's been blocking you from having what you want, even though you're meditating, doing affirmations, doing all the right things. And I've been there. I've been in that situation. I was meditating 4 times a day and I was broke. And I'm going, what's going on here? And we're going to learn really quickly why that is the case and what you can do about it. And in doing that today, what we're going to be doing is not only identifying the blocks, we're actually going to clear it for everyone listening, whether you're live on the call here or listening to the replay. And the third one is the fastest way to identify and clear the blocks and sabotage patterns in the way of your next level of manifestation. As I said earlier, there are 5 ways that we're going to actually do that for everyone. So I'm really excited about that. Some of you don't know who I am, and really quickly, I'm known as the Blockbuster because I do identify and clear those blocks. I've been involved with the visionschool.org for about 7 years. But before that, we had ipower.com.au, which was ipower.com now, which has been there since 1997. So I've been around for a fair while. Written at least 10 books, particularly the biggest 2 are the Scan Charts and One Vision. Produced and starred in a movie called Vision 2020 From Eyesight to Insight, which was an amazing experience about changing the way we see. I'm the chief visionary of the Vision School. We got lots of program there about clearing blocks to a whole range of things. And we've also got the mentoring programs in there that I'll be talking about tonight. I've worked in business and education. I really believe this is an educational model. And so I've been there for over 40 years, changing the way businesses work, changing the way schools work, changing the way people work. I'm also the creator of an amazing game called Conversations, an inspirational game. So there's a lot there in that, just to look at all that sort of process about what's actually going on there. And before we get started, the key to this, the key change is when I recognized there was a difference between vibration and frequency. I want to look at that with you, that the difference between vibration and frequency, because that really is about what makes all the difference. So we'll go back to the charts, and what I've got here is if you're not on mute, if you could just mute yourself. There's a couple of people, a little bit of noise coming through, so just let you know. Vibration is our connection with the inner world. It is our level of consciousness or our connection to spirit. In other words, it's what's going on in here. And so for me, I was, doing a lot of work on my vibrational aspect of connecting to spirit through meditation, through dream interpretation, through a whole lot of healing modalities. And traditionally, we calibrate that from 0 to 1,000. When I looked at how do we do that, David Hawkins had a scale that went from 0 to 1,000. Now, most people who have done spiritual work are probably around about the 500 mark if they've done a fair bit of spiritual work. And 10 years ago, that was about the highest I knew anyone. Today, we have over 100 people who've done the program actually have a vibration now over 1,000. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later as well. So that's pretty exciting about what can actually happen there. And then frequency is our connection to the outer world. And that was the part that I was missing. This is the law of attraction, our ability to manifest. If we talk about rapid manifestation, yes, we want to raise our vibration. We want to come from a really authentic place. But we also want to raise our frequency. We want to raise our ability to connect to other people, our ability to attract money, our ability to attract relationships. And there was nothing out there when I created this. So I had to create this from scratch myself. And hence we've got this traditional frequency. I just did a percentage from 0 to 100. How far are we along that range? What I didn't know when I started that is we now can well go over that 100% into a higher conscious frequency. And that's sort of an exciting process with that. The benefits of all this, like why bother raising our vibration, why bother raising our frequency, is for 4 major reasons. One is we're able to go with the flow of life more. This is not to say nothing ever happens in your life. Stuff still happens. But for me, I seem to respond more to it rather than reacting. And so do the people who have done the program. We connect to others at the same level. There's just this sense of family now with people who you can communicate with at that higher level and have those sorts of conversations, some of which we're going to have very shortly. We create an ongoing inner change in who you are. This is not a once-off fix-it program. The process that you learn here, I've spoken to people who did it 5 or 6 years ago, this program, and the change that they still talk in the language that we actually did. Because this is a life change that you're actually after. And we really want to achieve your soul purpose in this lifetime. This is not like I'm going to set myself up for some other time. One of the participants, he said, the most significant win I've experienced is the ability to remain centered and calm, looking for other ways to stay in the vortex, no matter the external circumstances. In other words, to stay in that flow. And I want to look at the 5 reasons why we don't actually achieve that. And then we want to look at this life vision mentoring, because that's obviously a huge part of it as well. So the next one we're going to look at is what's stopping us from rapid manifestation. And the first one is the excuse that we use is, I don't have enough money. I don't have enough money. And so I'm just wondering, well, we want to actually bring someone on live here at this stage with this idea about not having enough money. And so, Journey, I'm going to bring you on actually for this. How are you, Journey?
Feeling terrific. How are you doing?
Okay, really well. Can you understand that difference between vibration and frequency? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it's making sense a little bit more. I was watching a lot of YouTube, just a YouTube video a couple hours ago, just talking from successful people, and they were just, talking about saying their gratitude in the morning and at night and meditating. And I realized if somebody told me about that a couple years ago, it would just go over my head. But now that I hear him, yeah.
Okay. So this is that situation, the I don't have enough money is where we sort of blame money for everything. I would do this if I had enough money. I would do this if I had enough money, but I don't have enough. And I actually have about 6 programs there now specifically associated with clearing blocks around money and money flow and financial freedom, even up to wealth and luxury. I know you've started some of those.
Yeah.
And there's still this aspect coming up for the group around, I don't have enough money. It doesn't matter how much you've got. It almost is you can't win. You need more money. So what I want you to do, I've got a statement for everyone. And the statement for you today is, I deserve to live my dreams.
I deserve to live my dreams.
Okay. And I'm really happy how confident you said that. It's still coming up as a stress, though.
Um,
All right. So, can you relate to that to yourself, though? That do you feel like your dreams are actually really happening, or they're almost happening? Which way would you go?
almost, not. It's just almost.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
almost.
yeah. And the almost comes because of this deserving capacity.
Mhm.
All right. If you're in the chat room, please feel free to add a comment for yourself in the chat room about this around money, because this is a really big one for people. This is like the one that stops people.
Yeah.
And I really want to clear this today for people in one statement. I know there's literally hundreds of statements I do over various programs, but I want one thing that would stop you using money as the excuse to moving forward in your life. And if you can really think that you deserve to live your dreams, that your dreams are really the guidance that you've got to living your soul's purpose. In actual fact, you have almost a higher obligation to yourself to actually live those dreams and not just put them on the side burner. When I created the Conversations game, I was still teaching at school. I was a school teacher. And people said, you're leaving teaching to go and produce a game that you've just made up and you have no idea whether it's going to work or not. And I said, the worst case scenario would be if I didn't do it. The worst case scenario would have been I would have kept all my dreams in a drawer and I'd still be probably teaching year 9 geography or something like that now. And it would have missed out on the impact that I could have had in the world and the change that's done for me. Can you relate to that journey?
I can.
Yeah. And so this is really about having the courage to take the risk and not using money as the excuse. So let's just clear it for everyone. So those who are not used to this, we're actually using an energy system called life body alignment that I actually created as well. And we're not just clearing this for Journey, we're clearing it for everyone. And it works beyond time and space. There's a lot of childhood stuff coming up here, Journey, for you. Clearing this. I'm trying to talk and clear this at the same time. And there's just all this childhood stuff coming up, all right, about not deserving. But can you say for me, please, again, I deserve to live my dreams?
I deserve to live my dreams.
How's that feel?
Feels good.
It feels different, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Any questions on that for anyone? All right, let's just get out of there for a second. All right, I'm going to, I've just tested that. It's actually holding for everyone in the group. Does anyone, just say it again, Judy, come on, I want you to say it. I want everyone to actually get to hear this.
I deserve to live my dreams.
Yeah. How's that feel?
Feels amazing.
Yeah. How many people can hear a difference when he says that now, the second time? How many people can pick it up? I just want you to see that these people, energy people here, are picking that up. All right. So really important one here. All right. Now, if you want to get chosen, if you want to raise your hand electronically, I will pick people who raise their hand electronically today, but I'll be still muscle testing to who's the right person. All right. And the one that's actually coming up for the next one, and we haven't, there's people, Nancy, there's Nancy there in the red shirt. Would you mind jumping on? Hi, Nancy.
There.
How are you?
Good.
Sorry to put you on the spot there, but you just energetically, I see people have their hands up and you had your hand up energetically. So you want to volunteer. Where you from, Nancy?
Ontario, Canada.
Yep, I know where you are, exactly. Can you relate to that first one about the money stuff?
Oh, yes.
Okay. The one that's coming up for you is the biggest block for you is I will do it next time.
Okay.
Can you relate to that?
Yes. Yes. Hmm.
What happens to you there? What goes on?
You mean, how does that relate to me? I always put
Yes.
everything, look after everybody else first, and my needs are last. And I can't do this because I have these other obligations. And
Okay. Yep. And family, kids, all that sort of stuff, is it?
yes, yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I'm wondering what sort of example do you think that's actually giving the children?
Yeah. Not a very good one.
No, I'm not trying to put you down, but can you see that
No. Mhm.
part of when we step ourselves up is actually about
Mhm.
being an example for others?
Yes, yes. Mhm.
All right. And I'd love you just to be an example for others, to be really clear about that.
Okay. Mhm.
All right. The statement I've got for you, it is my time now. I've got some technical issues going on with the PowerPoint, but we just go through them. It is my time now. Can you say that for me, please?
It is my time now.
Okay. Yep. And there's a stress on the word now, by the way.
Okay.
All right. Like it's my time when everything else gets done.
Yes.
Right? At the bottom of the list, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What would happen if you put yourself, now this is going to be a really hard one for you. What would happen if you put yourself at the top of the list?
Um, I lose identity because identity has been caregiver and um, doing things for others. So
Okay.
it's like I'd have to recreate myself.
Okay.
Mhm.
And I want you to do that a little bit with this statement because
Okay.
in being a caregiver for the others, it's different to being an example for others.
Right. Hmm.
Which do you think is more important?
Oh, the second being example for
Yeah.
sure. Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And so in being an example for others, you can actually show them what to do through your actions rather than just telling them what to do.
Right. Hmm.
Now, the lessons in that doesn't mean that you still don't care for them and look after them and do that because that's
Hmm.
you're
Hmm.
going to do that anyway.
Right.
All right. It's
Right.
just
Right.
placing you up and saying you are really important as well. And you're telling your kids, see yourself as being just as important as well.
Right. Okay. That
All right.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, Kerry, I'm going to bring you on for this one as well, actually. This is an interesting one. Um, how are you, Kerry?
Good. How are you, Barry?
Good. Can you relate to what I was just talking about?
Absolutely. Thinking of me the whole way. Yep.
Okay, so it's why you came up as well. All right. I'll just get you to say straight away. Can you say, it is my time now?
It is my time now.
Yeah. So what happens there for you?
Um, I want it to be my time now. My kids are grown. I I'm ready. Like I'm ready right now.
Yeah.
And I know it's possible, but part of me had doubt it's probable.
Okay.
So I'm getting there.
All right. Now
You know,
you've already booked in for life as your mentoring, so you did really well given that this is a stress. So there must have been part of you going, I can't do this. Is that what happened?
um, then I just tell myself I can, and I just I think it's because I've never made a lot of money. You know, they always say a
Sure.
millionaire that goes bankrupt can make a million again because he's been there. And I just have never been there to have that experience.
All
So,
right. All right.
you know,
We don't want you to actually have to have the experience of going bankrupt. We want to take that one away as well. Yeah, because that actually comes in. Like all these millionaires have been bankrupt. Well, it almost encourages you energetically to get bankrupt.
that's a good point. Yep.
All right. So we want to put that away, but we want you, and I really want to honor you for stepping up, and you have stepped up, but this is also in other aspects of your life. All right. Can you just say for me one more time, please? It is my time now.
It is my time now.
Okay. So let's just clear this. If anyone else has reaction themselves to it or a change, again, put it in the chat room so you can share it with others, and we'll get Heather to comment on those shortly. Okay. I'll get you to say it again for me. It is my time now.
It is my time now.
Okay. Does that feel different?
Yes, it feels more confident. I believe it more now.
Okay. Awesome. And Nancy, with you, we'll come back to you as well.
Is
Can
it
you,
asking, does it feel different?
can you just say for me, it is my time now?
It is my time now.
Okay. How's that feel saying that this time?
A little bit better.
Okay. Yep.
Maybe.
The reason why it's a little bit better, it's actually holding energetically. So I can shift the energy of it. All right. What I can't shift
Okay.
is you wanting to hold on to the old story.
Okay.
All right. That has to be your
Yeah.
responsibility to let go of that old story.
Okay, that makes sense.
All right. Does that make sense
Yeah.
to you?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, 100%.
All right. Thank you. I'm going to try getting this the screen thing working again. Slideshow. Let's see if we can get it going from current slide. There we go. That should be working again now. Is that right? In theory. All right. I just wanted to let people know here, there's a couple of testimonials that have come up here that I want to share with people around that. And this is actually from a couple of people who did the program around the Life Vision mentoring, which is really about raising vibration over 1,000 and frequency over 500. And the comments are a really good one. This one says, Life Vision mentoring is amazing. I have no idea how else I might have reached this level. The community and clearings are so powerful. And I think the two key things to this are the community that you're with, you're part of this community, and the clearings that we actually get to do. My time is treated with respect, and not only do classes start and end on time, but there's so much packed into each hour. Always come away inspired and ready to act on a new level. Now, I'll let you have a look at that other one yourself, but I just want people to recognize here that this is no longer about you have to do it by yourself, that there are people with here to support you in that process, just so that you can recognize that. I want to do another statement, and I've messed it up again. Can't change that when I'm in here. There you go. I've just learned something today. All right. So what we're going to do is I'll just go through these statements for you. The third one. The third one is I can feel what's happening is people are starting to feel good, but there's still doubt that comes in. And Helen, you've got your hand up there. Let's bring you on.
Hello.
Hi, Helen. How are you?
Very good, thanks. How are you?
Good. How are the statements affecting you today?
I love them all. I think they do resonate.
Awesome. Whereabouts are you from, Helen?
Jacksonville, Florida.
Jacksonville, Florida. I'm in Florida as well, so that's really cool. I haven't been to Jacksonville. It's right up the top corner, I believe.
Yes,
so.
yes.
The one that's coming up for you is really about self-belief, about not fully believing in yourself.
Okay.
And you're coming up not just for, this is not just for you, this is for everyone, that real sense of self-belief. Can you relate to that?
Like as I put in the chat, I've lived a lot of dreams, and I have many more to live. I do believe in myself, or I would not have done it.
Okay. So let's give you the statement and might sort of clarify it a little bit. You ready?
Yes.
The statement is, I trust and act on my intuition.
I trust and act on my intuition.
Okay, yep. And overall, by the way, you're actually fairly good at this, aren't you, as a normal process?
Yes.
Yeah, so well done. I want to acknowledge
Thank
for
you.
that.
Thank
And
you.
now what I want to do is take you up to another level.
Okay.
All right. And this is really about acting and trusting on your intuition always. All right. So what I'm doing now, unless, what I'll do is I'll get a yes for something. And if I don't get a big yes, then I don't do it. All right.
Okay.
And so I've been guided really strongly about what to do. And then if I do get a yes, then I know that's what I'm meant to be doing.
Okay. Understand.
So I just want to encourage you. I think there are more yeses, and in some cases there's more no's as well.
Okay. Sometimes, I guess, yes.
Yeah. So what we're wanting to do here is to move up to that next level of being really spot on with knowing within yourself what's the right way to go, and then acting on that, whichever way that is. And I'm not saying it's always a yes for you. In some cases, you've said yes where you probably should have said no, but we've all done that as well.
Yeah. Okay, very good.
All right, we're going to clear that in a moment. Is there anyone else there? Just show your hands. Anyone else can really relate to that? This idea of not always really acting and trusting on their intuition. Tracy, you got your hand up there. Do you want to jump on?
Thanks, Barry. I was just acknowledging that I believe I do trust and act on my intuition.
Okay, so really interesting for both of you, because I know you, and I can hear from Helen that she does as well. But it's coming up for both of you as a stress still. So just say for me again, I trust and act on my intuition.
I trust and act on my intuition.
Yeah, it's still coming up as a stress. And I'm just wondering, is there another level that you feel like you can go to?
Yes, I do believe. I think I've been really good at acting on my intuition at the level that I've been functioning for the last 10 years, but now I'm jumping into the next level.
Yes.
And there's probably doubt coming through because it's a bit scary to go into that leap of that next level.
Yep. And that's where we want to get to. We want to be able to take you on that journey that's beyond what you've done for the last, brilliant. What you've both done for the last 10 years has been amazing. I want to acknowledge that for everyone in the room. All right. It's also we're at a time for making huge leaps. The energy on the planet, particularly the last year or two, has just enabled greater depth of what we can get to. And if we're still doing the same processes, we're not actually making a change. So I'm going to clear this for everyone. And what's really interesting with all these statements, sometimes they can get impacted by other people. I just want everyone to know you're making all this stuff up yourself. Like, we can't blame our parents and teachers and stuff like that. That we've created this story of how far we can go. So I'll get you to say for me, please, Tracy, I trust and act on my intuition.
I trust and act on my intuition.
Awesome. How's that feel now?
Yeah, good, confident.
That's great. And Helen, we'll come back to you on that one as well.
I trust and act on my intuition.
Okay. That's actually holding strong when I do that now, by the way.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Yeah. So can you get that this is not about not doing it, this is about going up to another level for you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, well done. And that happens sometimes when people come up and I'm thinking, like, why do these people come up? They're actually confident, but it is about moving us to a new space. All right. Heather, I'm just wondering if there's anything in the chat room at this stage, any questions that people might have before we sort of keep going.
Actually, lots of yeses, and really felt that. And what else is there? Just total acknowledgement of the shifts that are happening.
Yeah.
Wow. And one says, yes, wow, we really do use money as an excuse. Yeah. Despite not having enough money to make the move to Namaste village in Ajic, Mexico, the money showed up to support my move without me having to do anything to earn it.
Wow.
So that's probably
what I would expect over the next few days is that miracles are going to start showing up for you. Okay, that would be my expectation as well. So look, really, really excited about what they can do. All right, I want to keep going. I'm enjoying doing these, so we want to see if we can do a few more if we can. Susan, you got your hand up there. How's it going for you?
Hi, Barry. I'm doing well, thanks.
Do you want to let people know where you're from?
Yeah, I'm from Connecticut in the United States.
Connecticut. I have not yet been there, but I'm working towards getting to a few more places. So we'll see how we go. Which of those statements have you related to the most?
I'm not quite sure. I think all of them a little bit,
Okay.
at least.
Okay. If I had to scale your level of motivation in life from 1 to 10, where would you think it's at?
Motivation for
Just for life.
For
Motivated.
life.
So what I've got here is I'm not motivated to do anything new. That's the stress that's come up.
oh, that's interesting. Hmm.
It could be like the others. It could be that you are and we want to take it to another level. So I'm just curious, where would that level of motivation be for you from 0 to 10, do you think?
That's just so weird. I don't know. 7?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's good, but it's not a wow. That's what I'm getting from there.
7 is good. I mean,
7 is good. Yeah. No,
yeah.
not arguing with 7. What would it be like if it was a 10?
Well, I'm not really in a high state right now. I'm more of a relaxed state, I think.
Okay.
But I was,
So you're seeing motivation as a hyper state almost, like I've got to do this, I've got to do that.
no, like, just really amped up and excited, and like, when you want to do something, you have a lot of energy, and my
Yeah.
energy is lower right now. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you the statement. It may actually give us a bit more of a clue as well. And the statement is, I choose to step up for both myself and the planet. Can you say that for me, please?
Yes, I choose to step up for both myself and the planet.
Okay. Yeah. That's quite a big statement, isn't it?
Yes.
All right. Now, I want you to know that this feels like that you actually have stepped up for yourself.
Yes.
All right. So congratulations. I want to acknowledge that because not everyone does that. Like that's the first stage.
Okay.
But when it gets stepping up for the planet, this feels like almost like too much of a burden. It's like, no, someone else can do that.
When I hear the word planet, I'm not sure if it means all the people or everybody on the planet or it seems like a lot.
It seems like a lot. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's overwhelming, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So the way I see this, it's like a chain. I don't believe that there's one person on this planet that's here to save the world. I think those days are gone of expecting one person to do everything. I'm going to sit back. You're here to save the world. I don't have to do anything anymore. Good. For me, it's about all of us doing our part. And part of that means also we all have each other's back. All right. So we actually get more done that way. Like if we're all doing our part and we're all supporting each other, we're going to get a lot more done than if it's just one person out there trying to save the world. So when I came to that realization, for me, it was a relief. It was like, I don't have to be the one out there saving the world. I'm just doing my part. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Gabby, I want to put you on for this one as well. And I'll get you to say the statement to start with. I choose to step up for both myself and the planet.
I choose to step up for both myself and the planet.
Okay. So the same thing. I'm really impressed. The number of people, energetically, everyone here has stepped up. Stepping up for the planet is another step up again, isn't it? Like today is really about how do we raise the bar even further. Mm-hmm. So what comes up for you when you hear that, Gabby?
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, I don't feel it as a burden or overwhelming, as you say. I feel more that if I do my part, it's fine.
Okay.
I know I can't do everything. I do as much as I can. That's why
Yeah.
there are so many people.
Yes, I actually agree with you. But what's happening is when you're saying that, the whole thing's coming up as a stress.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I have no clue why that would happen.
All right. So, do you feel like you actually are already making a difference on the planet?
Not really.
Not to the level that you
much-
know you can do, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Not as much as I would
Yeah.
expect.
So what we want to do is there's about each person contributing to the level of their ability.
Mhm.
How would that be?
That would be awesome.
All right. So what we're going to do is going to clear this. Okay. Can you say for me, please? I choose to step up for both myself and the planet.
I choose to step up for both myself and the planet.
Okay. How's that feel?
Well, I'm not really sensitive to energy, but I feel as if it were easier to say, like smoother.
If I can hear it when you said as well as testing it. Well done.
Thank you, Barry.
Susan, let's go back to you as well. I'll get you to say the same thing.
I choose to step up for myself, for both myself and the planet.
Awesome. Well done. How's that feel?
Yeah, I feel more confident, and I feel like energetically it just feels stronger. Yeah.
Yeah. Well done. Well done. Really great statements and really great things to actually clear here as we're sort of stepping up into the process. I want to do one more, and then I want to tell you about Life Vision Mentoring, and we'll make sure we get it done by 6. And then I'm happy to stay around and do individual coaching for people as long as we need to at the end of the call. So I know I want to stick to my commitment of having what I want to get done by 6. I'm also happy to stay around if people want to get any more clearings and things done, because I think there's some really big stuff going on here today, and I want to keep doing that. But we'll do one more now, and Carol, we're going to come up to you now. How are you, Carol? Just need to unmute yourself there. It's the biggest phrase used post-COVID, isn't it?
You're right. You're absolutely correct.
How's it going today?
I am absolutely enthused at what I'm hearing here.
Awesome. Awesome.
It's making a better day. How about that?
That's great. We've got one more statement we're going to do, and then we're going to look at some of the details behind this. But it sort of flows on from the previous one, this idea of, someone else can do it. It's not up to me. And we sort of recognizing we all want to do our part. We accept that, right? The statement I've got for you is, I am the change I have been waiting for.
Oh, you have no idea. Would you say it one more time?
It's funny. Oh, that's a good. Oh, no, I better let you go.
It's
Okay, so I'll say it again. I am the change I have been waiting for.
I am the change that I have been waiting for.
Okay. And I know you love that statement. I can really feel that.
I do.
I want to take this to another level. So there is some stress there. Do you know what that is?
The stress is by making a statement, particularly one that's public, then it gives a little more, I'm not quite sure what the word is, intenseness that I must do this.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a piece of it that says, what have I gotten myself into? But notice I'm getting into it with a big smile.
Yeah. Okay. So what would happen if you were the absolutely best person that you could be?
There'd be a lot of happy people around.
Yeah. Awesome.
And one of them would be me.
Yeah. All right. Does anyone else relate to that statement for themselves? I am the change I've been waiting for. Anyone else relate to that? Elizabeth, you haven't actually said anything. Let's bring you on. How are
Yes. I'm good, just a little bit warm here right now.
you? Can you just say that statement, please? I am the change I've been waiting for.
I am the change I've been waiting for.
Okay. So what does that mean for you? Where do you think the stress is for you in that one?
The stress is physical right now, just trying to keep up with it.
Yeah.
All the changes in my life and the heat and everything. But yeah, I'm just, there's so many changes that are happening that it's just wow. It's a big wow.
So I've experienced really bad health, so I get that. Like when you're in that situation where, you know, like I've been in an experience where people have told me I had 2 hours to live. So I understand that health can be a big issue.
It's not health as much as it is discomfort.
Okay.
Without air conditioning at
All
90
right.
degrees.
All right.
Okay.
So you can do stuff about that. That's what I'm saying. There's physical
Right.
stuff that you can do about that. All right. I want this to be more than just that area. I want this to be you being the change in the world.
Ah,
That's what we're after.
okay. Yes, I got that.
All right. Let's clear it. Okay. I am the change I have been waiting for.
I am the change I have been waiting for.
Awesome. How's that feel?
Feels like me.
Yeah. Okay. Well done.
Thanks.
Okay. And who we just had, Carol, wasn't it? Can you say that again for me, please?
I trust and act on my intuition. I think that's what it was.
No, it wasn't, but that was it's still holding. So I did check you on that one. Can you say, I am the change I have been waiting for?
You're right. I am the change that I have been waiting for.
Awesome. Well done. Well done. How's that feel?
I've got the biggest darn grin on my face.
That's great.
And it means I'm actually working it. I'm actually doing it.
Awesome. Well done. Dr. Inga, you've got your hand up there. Did you want to add anything to that? I know you had your hand up to come in, but
well, when you said it the first time and I reacted like Carol, ha! and now I feel like not expecting because I'm not pregnant, but you know what I mean? I'm like expecting something.
Yeah, expectancy is a really great word. There's something about to happen. I really get that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I really acknowledge that one. So well done. All right, I want to go through just a little bit about this live vision mentoring. I'm going to bring a few people on, and then we're going to clear a few more things on top of that as well. So let's see how we go here. So we're just going to have another try at this slideshow that didn't want to play up. There we go. That should be back on there. All right. So Life Vision Mentoring is a program that I created, first of all, for me. So I did like Life Vision Mentoring 0.0, that I wanted to change my life. And we've now done this 15 times, and we've had a 100% success rate. A 100% success rate of getting their people's vibration over 1,000, their frequency over 100%, and with both of those giving people an opportunity literally to create miracles in people's lives. So Life Vision Mentoring, it's a 4-month advanced life transformational program. And the reason why we know that it succeeds is every person gets interviewed before they come into it. They've got to be at a certain level to come in. I want to sort of keep that rate going because I know that if we get people at a certain level, I can take them right up rather than, it's not a beginner's class by any means. It's for people who have done a lot of personal development work already and want to go to the next level. The Life Vision Mentoring Program transforms your life by raising your personal vibration. So we do two things. We raise your personal vibration, your inner consciousness, and your frequency in the world, which is your outer manifestation. And what it does, it therefore creates a conscious community of visionaries to find your light, and then you get to share that light with others. That's what we're wanting to do here, is to share that light. The Life Vision Mentoring is actually part of a program, a series of programs that actually happens. And I'll put this into the chat room shortly. But what this does, and we'll make sure we get you a copy of this, you don't expect to write it all down, but we start off with the glass ceiling breakthrough. These are the people who we interview and they go, oh, I'm not quite there yet. And my sense talking to everyone today is already at a high level. So if people are not there, there's a program called the Glass Ceiling Breakthrough to get people started. You know, really concentrating on both meditation and on gratitude, the basics. Then we move into Life Vision Mentoring. It's a 4-month program to get people's vibration over 1,000, frequency over 100. And we talk about getting you into the vortex. We have to clear some stuff and then we create new things for you. And then those who want to go further, there's Tribal Vision Mentoring. And I say this because some people commit straight up to a 12-month process. There's extra bonuses if you do that. But if you feel like, yes, I want to know, I'm going to commit for 12 months, you go into Tribal Vision Mentoring, which is really taking you up as a leader. Like the first, in Life Vision, we sort you out and get your vibration up. Then we want to get your leadership skills up. And we actually talk about vibration, getting it to infinity. In other words, unlimited potential. And when you've done that, you get invited into the Global Vision Mentoring Group, which is the top level. And that's sort of what we're talking about here. So we've got that sort of journey is what's actually available for people. And I haven't asked anyone in advance, but I'm just going to bring a couple of people on just to share their experience so you get a sense. This is not just me talking about this. And I want to start with Jenna. Jenna's actually in the middle of doing the 12 months. So Jenna, what's the experience been like for you, do you think?
Well, I guess I just would encourage anyone that feels drawn to do the Life Vision Mentoring, to do it. I've experienced the most connected and connecting community. I've experienced incredible shifts in my life, and there's been an alignment with dreams, and there's also been money too, an alignment with money and ability to make money, which was always questionable. I committed right away to the entire year-long program. And, you know, that money is going to come back, and it already has almost, in a month. It's crazy. I'm going to make that money back in 1 month that I paid for that whole entire program. So if money is a reason that you're not considering not doing it, don't let that be the reason. The money will show up, the miracles will show up, and you'll just be in alignment where your life will move forward, and it will move forward with ease. You know, you do the things, but it'll move forward with ease, and that's also really beautiful.
Okay, thank you. The really interesting thing with this Life Vision Mentoring is the people who have done it transform. You know, like I really get to witness people really becoming their full selves. I'm going to open it up to questions in a minute. I just want to, first of all, go over what's actually in the program. So people are sort of asking me what's actually in the program itself. So let's go through what's actually in the program. And I knew I had to put this up, otherwise I'd lose the whole thing again. So, okay, so the Life Vision Mentoring Program itself is 4 months, and it's sort of designed that there's an hour a week. That's your commitment, because people say, I don't have time. You know, the commitment is really an hour a week. There's 4 one-on-one sessions. We still believe that I could still almost run this as a group process, but the one-on-ones really enable stuff that happens for you individually to get cleared. We do 4 group clearings on money, communication, emotional stability. We actually teach you how to actually have and measure yourself for emotional stability and to move up the emotional scale. We do 4 mastermind sessions. So we actually get to interact and come up and work through this ourselves. And you also get an accountability partner for each person. So I muscle test who's the right person for you. And people have literally made lifelong friends. Some people, by the way, have gone like, oh, I really don't like this person, but it's bringing something up as well. And they've really learned so much from that experience. So all those sort of things are available. There's always bonuses, and people who know me and people who work with me know that there's always value. And so there's a 5th Tuesday or a 5th Monday in America, it's Tuesday in Australia and New Zealand, there's an extra session available. We do 1 Life Vision retreat a year. I've now actually increased that to 2 because people want to connect as a group, as a total group, more than once a year. So we've actually increased that. We have a mini one, and then we have a major one around about November. That there's access to the Vision School programs. There's actually programs that you get access to free of charge. So we recently just did a program on money. All the participants in the Vision School who are doing the mentoring program all were welcome into that. And we do extra support, integration classes, writing weekends, all that sort of stuff as well. So there's a lot there. I give a guarantee, and I looked at the guarantee, and what I want to give you a guarantee is I didn't want to say, I'm just going to give you your money back. If you want that, you can have it. Like, really, that's irrelevant. The guarantee I want to give you is we can get your vibration frequency to that. So if you do the activities, you do the work, you participate, and we don't get your vibration frequency up, we will work with you until you do it, no extra cost. Like, I want to keep my 100% success rate, because otherwise I can't actually say that anymore. So that's what we want to do here. Oh, and I've got something going. So there you go. It's the modern technology. All right. I want to come back. There's a couple of extra bonuses that I want to share with people that's coming up with this as well. So there's 2 extra bonuses. There's one where there's a number of programs in there, which is Clear Blocks to Better Vision. For those people, I've worked with eyesight, got out of glasses. And there's programs there looking at how clearing the blocks like we did today to improve your eyesight, to improve your money flow, or to improve your optimal health. And you get to choose one of those with the program as well. So there's those sorts of bonuses that come in. The value is well over $13,000. And there's other bonuses that we always put in on top of that, but that's just the bonuses we know that actually happens. The class is going to start on Monday the 3rd at 6 p.m. Eastern time, which will be 8 a.m. on the Tuesday the 4th in Brisbane. And they're on every 1st, 3rd and 5th Monday in the USA. Now the investment is $3,995. It's $4,000 effectively for doing the program, for changing your life. We do have a payment plan system available, and we can work with you. I've done all sorts of payment plans for people. I don't want money to be the only reason why you don't do it. There's always ways around that. And then the final call to action with this, I guess, is we're offering every person who hasn't had a session with me a free 15-minute session with myself or my team to work out what is your personal vibration frequency. We're going to work that out. We're going to clear something, and we're going to work out whether this is a fit for both of us, whether it's a fit for you and a fit for us, because we only want to work with people who are really wanting to make that change. The question there is, what would happen to your life if you actually fully lived your soul's purpose? So there's a form there to fill in. We're happy to hang around at the end. If people want to book in directly with us straight away, I'm happy to hang around at the end of the call. If you're listening to the replay, there's a form there. There's even a QR code there. You can do that. I'll give you a minute or so to do that now to allow that on. All right, so what I want to do is, Heather, I want to bring you back on. So if there's anything else coming up in the chat room, if you've got a question, put it in the chat room. Heather, I'll bring you on if we can straight away and get you. Is there anything, first of all, in the chat room that we need to comment on?
Definitely a huge impact happened with the I'm the change that I've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Comments, came up like that we're responsible for our own change, and just absolutely positive reactions about no more heartache on the last one. The change. Sorry, just flicking around a little bit, responsible for my own change, and how empowering that statement is. It puts a smile on my face as I say it, and that one made me tear up. And thanks so much, Barry, was the last one.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, yeah, fantastic.
Heather is actually one of the people that did Life Vision Mentoring, is now actually a mentor in the program. And one of these people I've never had to go back and say, oh, we need to check up on you. Everyone just loves Heather. She just gives so much of herself, and I've known Heather for probably 20 years, getting on to now, by the way. Of how long we've known each other for.
We met very young.
So I'm really curious. I want to ask you, and I'm not just going to ask you about Life Vision Mentoring. I want to know what shift have you noticed in Life Vision Mentoring from when it started to where it is now? I'm really curious about that.
Oh, look, it's just been a process that has gone from strength to strength. And I know that when I first of all started with Barry, I was a bit more like a cheerleader. Because everything that it was just so aligned, everything that he did, or the courses that I did with him, were just incredible. And then Life Vision Mentoring started, and I certainly felt the shift, and in myself, but also in others. It was pretty astounding. And plus, the actual process and what Barry offers people. He's the most generous person I think I've ever known, as far as the extras that you will receive if you choose to do this program. You'll be very impressed. That's all I can say. Yeah. And it's a fantastic community. We just have so much fun.
It is an amazing community, and some of the people who have been in there literally have been in there from the start and are still there. So there's just this wealth of knowledge. Thanks, Heather. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm really happy. I want to, first of all, we talk about committing to finish on time. I do want to actually finish on time tonight. What I'd like to do is to really ask everyone, please, is there any questions that people would like to ask? Is there any questions about Life Vision Mentoring or what's coming up for you? I'll take either. If there's something coming up for you as well, it might be stirring something up within you. Just raise your hand electronically. And I'll come to you. We'll just answer maybe one or two questions. We'll finish up, and then I'll stay around for any other questions on. So, anyone got any comments they'd like to make? Journey, we started with you. How was tonight for you?
It was powerful, all of your statements that you have that we said, it was amazing. I really I am the change that I've been waiting for. I do see that in my life. I trust and act on my intuition. I choose to step up for myself and the planet. It's my time now, and I deserve to live my dreams. I really like those statements. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. They're really amazing statements there. So I'm just going to put that link up again for those people who want to book in for a 15-minute session. We're going to finish up officially now. For those people who need to go, thank you for being here tonight. Hopefully you've received some benefit from that. Grab that QR code before you go, and take advantage of working with myself, Heather, or Claudia, and we'll be working with you the next week or two just to support you regardless of which way you go. I think it's worth finding out your vibration frequency at least. So thanks very much, and I'm looking forward to hearing from people about how rapid your manifestation actually is.